First off, 2 weeks in, she already fucking, dude. Why she did that?
Proper, proper.
Hey guys, welcome back to Proper. I'm your host, Alexis, and this week we're gonna have a short episode. Just gonna preface it there. This is gonna be short, sweet, just like me, a little quickie, if you will. Always keeping it raw and real, though. You know, we don't use protection around here. We absolutely use protection around here. If we were to need it, we would use it. I am celibate, though. Not that you asked within the first 2 seconds of me hopping on. However, it's a quick episode this week just because I'm not in the fucking mood. I'm here to spread positivity, but it's pretty icy out here. It's pretty icy out here. So it's hard to even like think or talk about anything. And if you didn't understand that reference, that means fuck ice. And if you disagree, you're so ugly that you have to pay someone to suck their dick. Do you hear what I'm saying? You're so ugly. If you think it's the opposite of fuck ice, if you are pro ice, you are so ugly that you have to pay someone to be able to suck dick. Do you hear me? That's how bottom of the barrel you are. You're like a reverse prostitute, right? So fuck off. Anyways, but we're going to have a light episode. We're going to try our best to exude positivity today. You hear me? Which is something that I haven't had in the last like week or so. And I'm still the best version of myself that I've been showing up as. However, I do suffer from a little bit of an imbalance. Let's just set the tone. Let's set the tone, right? As we do every week. It's gloomy AF out, icy, like we said. The political climate is shit. The actual climate is shit. Everything's shit. Just kidding. See? Positive. And like, I don't know, like nothing's really exciting right now. Like I have nothing exciting in my life going on, it feels like. So I was about to say something, setting the tone. It's Monday, it's gloomy. It's been gloomy for quite some time here in New York City. So we're just sick and boss of the motherfucking vibes. It feels like summer hasn't started, but it feels like it ended already. I don't know. I'm confused as well. Why is it July and I had to wear wait, no, it's June. Praise be. Why is it June and I had to wear a fucking jacket, right? How would you feel, right? So, yeah, but like I said, we're gonna. Sun came out and drop top. Yeah. Anyways, let's knock the proper lows out for the week, PL for the week. If you are new here, we go through a proper high and proper low every week. Your proper low can be anything that you've kind of overcame that week. Could be big or small. You know, we don't really like to profile per size around here. We're very accepting. And your proper high is just something you want to celebrate because we are grateful for the life that we have. So, knocking the PL out of the week, kind of already touched on it. I'm feeling negative. I'm feeling negative. I'm not fucking with the vibes. And when I'm feeling like this, I also feel really lonely, which is something that I've been vulnerable with you about. I would say like my headspace or like my perspective has changed a little bit since the last time I talked to you about it, or maybe like my maturity level, or not saying that I was immature before, but you know, we're constantly growing. If you're a Virgo, you get it. We're honest, we're constantly reflecting. So I feel like I'm a little bit different when I'm talking about loneliness right now, so I may touch on it a little bit more. But I'm just feeling meh. I'm feeling like not excited. And like this weekend, if you live alone and like in a new city, you may be able to relate, but like there's these times because I'm perfectly fine being alone. Obviously, I have desires and wants but I would never settle. Anyways, I'm pretty set on like I have a routine, like I enjoy my own company, blah, blah, blah. But there's times when like you want to be around people and everybody's busy. So then you feel like super lonely. And like for me, that leads to like feeling unlovable when I know I'm so lovable and I know my love is so easy to receive. However, I get through these moments where I'm not even I don't even want to say fucking with myself because I'm always fucking with myself, but I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And feeling that without Nala makes it like that many times worse because it's like even when I was anti people, I still had Nalabine, but that's not the case anymore. So kind of just moving through those motions. And because I'm so meh, like not even a show can consume me, like not a book, not a show, literally nothing. And when that happens, I feel like I doom scroll too much. And when that happens, I compare. And it's just like a whole thing. However, I'm still maintaining the gym. I'm so strong. I'm not even gonna flex on you hoes right now because I'm so sore and I don't want you guys to like feel bad about yourself because I'm so swole. I don't think you guys understand. I'm about to beat all your man's asses for you. I am so swole. Should I show you? You see her? Hold on. You see that definition? You see that definition? Anyways, still going to the gym, but I'm not even like taking thirst traps at the gym. I'm literally not even like showing out. Like I'm not even telling people I'm going to the gym. That's how you know I'm down bad. So, anyways, proper high. Oh, how did I get through that? Just going through my toolbox, which is going to the gym. Last resort is going shopping, and I did that yesterday, which could be my proper high. You know what? Yeah, it's gonna be my proper high. I did a little shopping. It was cute. I went to Aritzia. The Aritzia here in New York now has mirrors in the dressing room, which is kind of bare minimum, but grateful for it. The fact that my pH is up this week due to Aritzia having mirrors in their dressing room says a lot about where we're at in society. So yeah, I'm honestly like in full seriousness proud of myself for still digging through the toolbox, trying to get myself out of this rut, and also I'm still working on the amount of grace I give myself. I still don't give myself enough, but I'm acknowledging it and we move on and we try our best. That's all we can do. So, yeah, power to the people. Proper rec, Love Island. If you're not watching Love Island USA, I don't know what to tell you. This is coming out literally tomorrow. Yesterday was Sunday's episode. And if you're watching Love Island, you know that Sunday's episode, this past Sunday, was a proper treat to reality television. It was a phenomenal episode. And I hate that I have nobody to really I mean I have people that I could talk to, but like I watch it alone and I wish I could like live react with people. But this show, I mean, what I feel about reality TV in general is like how we're able to psychoanalyze it and reflect upon ourselves on it and like with our relationships on it. The way Huda girl is acting is crazy. First off, 2 weeks in, she already fucking, dude. Why she did that? Does she not know the ethics? Look at this girl. Isn't that crazy? Does she not know the ethics of Love Island? You're not supposed to fuck on the second week, girl. And if you do, you don't tell nobody. Whore. This isn't fucking. Ooh. Okay. We're not shaming around here. We all know we have proper whores. This is just me yapping. This is me yapping. I'm not shaming anybody. Fuck off. But her already being a motherfucking hoe 2 weeks in when she's so crazy, batshit crazy about Jeremiah is crazy. Hello? And I saw a TikTok where somebody was like, it's growth when you realize you are Huda. I ain't never been Huda. And I've been crazy and I've been like down bad over somebody that didn't and Jeremiah, not that Jeremiah doesn't even deserve, but I've done dumb shit with my heart. The amount and I've experienced being anxiously attached. Her attachment style is crazy and hypocritical and immature and how do you say not humble? Like, what's a word for not humble? Because she's far from it. What? Anyways, I'm not about to bash this girl for 15 minutes because I really could. Jeremiah, he's just a lover boy. He's a Taurus. But Tauruses are crazy. But I do love Tauruses. And Taurus men have been around this town, girls. Huh? So far they've been menaces though. Menace is menaces a word? Is that how you would say that plural? Anyways, they're fucking demons. But again, I love a Taurus, but I hate him. But I love him. And you know what? I'm not even gonna do a full debrief unless you really want me to. Then I could start doing some debriefs. But since this isn't like completely live, I'm not gonna go in. But the proper rec this week is to fucking watch Love Island, please. Love Island USA. I got booted off of somebody's Hulu, so I can't watch Love Island UK. So if you want to share your Hulu password with me, let me know. That would be divine designs. Next, proper updates PU of the week. Nothing really going on. I feel like my dating life is always like I have these quote unquote peaks, emphasis on the quote unquote on what you define as a peak, but where like it's pretty active and like the men are on me, they're taking me out, rada rada. They're just like entertaining my life kind of back to back or like multiple at a time. And then they all kind of drop. Or I drop them all at once. Oh my God, but I didn't talk to you personally last week. I have PUs, actually. What? What am I talking about? This is why I gotta start writing shit down again because I started raw dogging it with you and then I kind of just forget what the fuck I need to like talk about. Okay, because last week was my episode with Kia and that was filmed back in Austin, which was during NFL. Okay, so let's end the chapter of NFL. And that doesn't mean that NFL won't come back up. Who knows? I'm no longer going to be the type to be like, I'm never talking to that person again. Honestly, I should be though. I should be. But the ending of NFL scene one, what was, I don't even remember the last thing I told you, but so the last like couple weeks of NFL and he started to just like act like, I don't know, I just like wasn't having fun anymore, like with the vibes. And it was like, I don't know, it was like low key serving like on the route to toxic on his end. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. And then I got access to Miss Girl's Instagram and I saw that she took him off her highlights, then put him back on. And I was like, oh, so they're back together, they're talking, something's going on. Like, what the fuck is this? And the only reason I'm concerned about that is because I told him to let me know if he had a girlfriend. I don't know. I think that's a simple ask to let me know if you're going to continue being in a relationship with your girlfriend or if you are going to choose to be single and pursue me and maybe other people. Who knows? That's none of my business. But pursuing a full on relationship and me is just a little beyond me. Maybe the next round, with my future NHL, NBA, whoever, maybe I'll be able to handle a situation like that. We'll take it as it comes. But right now, no, no. And like I said, I'm celibate, so it's not like I'm catching a nut. Not catching a nut. Not catching a bag, not even catching a laugh because motherfucker was boring. So what the fuck am I catching? Not enough to be dating somebody who claims to be in the NFL, am I right? Anyways, so once I peeped that he's back on her highlights, I'm like, okay, we got to get rid of this. And the last episode that came out, what was it? Well, when we were, where am I in the timeline? I don't even know. Anyways, so during this time, like, he doesn't really know that I see old girl shit or like how I'm feeling. And like I said, he's like kind of being mean in a way, just like not really fucking with the vibes. Like I'm not really, it's like ill. I don't know. At the time, I couldn't really identify like what his issue was. And then I peeped that he unfollows me on Instagram, but he's still like talking to me every day. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like I'm not playing this little game with you, little boy. So I ask him why. He tries to blame you guys and says that first off, he called proper Lil a Lil podcast. He said he was what he say? He was like he said something stupid because he wasn't even making no sense. Was trying to see what you was talking about on your little podcast or something like that. And I was like, if you was trying to see what I was talking about on my little podcast, then why would you unfollow me? Like, huh? What are you talking about? He claims we ended up having a full on FaceTime conversation because we were going back and forth via text, and that shit was like we weren't communicating well. So he claims that he listened to the episode where I introduced him and talked about the story with him and Miss Girl. And I know he didn't. I have a feeling that Miss Girl probably listens or like she listened or something and was like, what the fuck is this? Question mark to him or something along those lines. Because the way he couldn't explain what the issue was of what I said on my podcast was crazy because I was like, you know that I was going to talk about the story because I told him. I told him everything. I was like, I'm definitely talking about this on my podcast. I'm going to make it funny because it's not fucking funny. Like, what? I literally made that story into something funny and something positive due to how amazing I am. But the gist of it is not that great. Like, I'm a lover girl trying to date people with intention to eventually find love and build a relationship with somebody. Me being this like in my quote unquote villain girl era where I'm, catching a bag with all these dudes, that's something that was like put onto me due to the experiences that I've been enduring. NFL being one of them. And It was unfortunate. And I even told y'all, like, my heart sunk when that shit happened. But I switched that shit up. I had to because I just gotta roll with the ball that was handed to me or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Catch it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Use the right motherfucking hook if you're doing deep sea fishing or freshwater fishing. I don't even know if that's the thing, but I know I make a lot of fishing references on here because I'm such a Florida girl. But do you know what I mean? So I told him that I was going to talk about it, make it funny. I told him what his name was going to be, all of that. So for him to unfollow me due to me talking the truth on proper was like, huh? You know? So if you know anything about me, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay. Like if I'm like, oh, okay, then I actually don't care about the situation no more. But if I keep pressing you trying to understand what the fuck you're saying, then I wanna fucking hear, like I'm finna get that fucking answer, motherfucker. Couldn't get it because he couldn't fucking answer it because he was making no fucking sense. So he was trying to be like, it was a turn off, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, you don't think you turned me off multiple times? He was like, oh, I mean, like, you have said it. Because, yeah, I've said it. It turned me off when you got a girlfriend and I let you know. Huh? He said, oh, I don't know. Like, you've said it, but like, I don't know. Do you get turned off by me? I said, yeah, I do. But I'm not a child about it and I don't fucking unfollow you on Instagram. I talk to you about it. He was like, well, why would you even say that? Like, why would you even why would you even ask me that if you know that? And I was like, NFL, I really don't give a fuck. Oh, no, no. And then I was like, NFL, you know what turns me off? The fact that you and Miss Girl still together, right? The way he drops the phone, like drops the FaceTime so I don't see his face no more. And he was like, he like acts like he was doing something. And I was like, right? And he was like, right, what? I was like, you and Miss Girl is still together. He was like, I mean, I guess. I said, you guess? I said, are you adult or are you a kid? Because I feel like adults would claim with their chest if they're in a full on relationship or not. Not, no, I guess. And he was like, I mean, we haven't even talked. I said, NFL, you know if you're in a relationship with somebody, you are a grown man, are you not? Because you keep claiming to be. And to talk to me, you got to be a grown man, at least, right? He was like, yeah, I mean, yeah. I was like, yes, you are in a relationship with Miss Girl. He was like, yeah. I said, I don't want to entertain you or talk to you or date you when you are in a relationship with somebody. He was like, if that's how you feel, I said, no, this isn't how I feel. This is what you are doing. I don't want to date somebody who's in a relationship. I do not want to be involved in your relationship. He was like, well, if it's like that, then blah, blah. I said, no, like stop trying to make yourself feel better. We are no longer speaking moving forward because you are in a relationship. Like it was like not getting through to him that like the reason we were stopping was because he was in a relationship. He was like, I mean, I guess, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, yeah, bye bye. So I like hang up the phone. And then he texted me like apologizing and I didn't respond. And that's the last we heard of NFL because I had unfollowed him even before that FaceTime because he had unfollowed me. So far, my sources have told me that Miss Girl no longer has him on her highlights anymore. So we shall see. I highly doubt that he'll come back just because I know like, I'm definitely somebody to have humbled him. I feel like men don't really like to go back to the girl that humbles them unless they've like matured in that way. And I don't see that happening for Mr. NFL because you know what? Let's not name call Alexis. Let's keep it where it's at. We're going to keep it where it's at. So that's where it's at. That's where he's at. So fuck NFL. Where's my number two? New team. You know what? Same team. Yeah. Fuck his best friends and make them yes men's. Anyways, who else do we have? We have Wineup. There's nothing going on with him. Honestly, he's done type. Like, he's just, they're just all boring me. Like, I was like, you're not gonna keep me around. Like, unless I get some consistency. And, he couldn't really handle that. So, like, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, nobody like in the current vortex. I am kind of entertaining somebody, but it's long distance. And he's like kind of a repeat from Austin. Like we met back in Austin, but we never met in person. So we haven't actually met, which is crazy because we used to FaceTime all the time and like we like low key dated, but it was like right before the pandemic, like right when it was about to pop off. So we never actually got to link, but we've stayed in contact, blah, blah, blah. He got stationed in Japan and then Germany now. I moved here, whatever. Now we're kind of yapping again. We're going to talk, I guess we're going to call him military boy for now. He's also a Taurus. Scary times. However, he is older than the last ones. And based on like me talking to him now and how it was 5 years ago when we first talked, I'm definitely already seeing like a sense of maturity. However, he's in the fucking military. I think that says enough. And he's long distance. And I feel like a lot of these, just based on my experiences, there's a lot of talk in these situations that I've been in, not necessarily judging him or anything, just men as a whole on my experiences, they're all talk. So I'm not really going to get my hopes high by any means, which we already knew that I wasn't going to do that anymore because we're done keeping our hopes high ever since Lego. Remember when I was in love for a second? I was dead ass in love for a second. Anyways, crazy. Fuck that guy. Fucking little shrimp. Fucking short fuck motherfucker. Every time I think about that, I'm like, damn, if it didn't go south with him, I'd be with a small man. That's on trusting the Lord. That's on trusting the universe. That's on trusting God. That's on trusting Him. Capital HIM. Praise be, mashallah to the people. Cause what? Anyways, so not getting my hopes high for Mr. Military Boy, but it is comforting talking to him because it's like familiar talking to him in a way, although we still have so much that we're learning about each other. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated if that's consistent, if that flourishes into anything. If I don't keep you updated, he either became my man and I'm in love, or nothing happened. It seems to be the thing. Which that's probably why I'm having such a hard time like connecting with you when I don't have too many like fun things going on in my dating life, because I feel like that's the only reason why you come, which it isn't. I know it's not, but then I kind of feel like it is. I don't know. You tell me. I guess we'll see how this episode goes. Because I also just want to be consistent and I want proper to just be quick, proper conversations or long conversations, always proper every single week. And I'm just like, I guess feeling insecure on like how entertaining I am about things that like are like or maybe because I'm feeling or just my life is feeling I don't know. But yeah, besides that, I did have like one thing I wanted to note with you, which has kind of been a conversation recently, like within the stories I'm hearing with my friends, or just how I find my friends to be reacting, how I find a previous version of me to react, or even a current version of me to react with a certain individual that I don't even want to say their name because I'm so tired of saying their name on this goddamn podcast because they're the originator. Like, they actually are like proper core and lore. You already know who I'm talking about. The original PP. Proper plug. But no, I what I'm about to say, just know that I relate. And it's kind of just the gist of, or like the big message, the common message. Sorry, I feel like I'm taking forever to say it. Is he's just not into you. And I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about it. I've been having conversations about it. I've been noticing that being my reaction to myself and to my friends, and not in a way of like he's not into you because you're not enough. It's quite the opposite. It's like there's so many reasons why he could just not be into you. But the fact of the matter is that we have to accept it. And I think that's something that's being delayed or like missed. And I feel like in the situations I'm hearing, it's like it's not getting through to us that he's just not into you. Like the compatibility aspect of like getting to know somebody, I feel like is gone, which is why a lot of people hop into relationships that they shouldn't, because they see the incompatibility from the beginning, whether that be a lack of trust or a lack of interest, a lack of alignment, whatever, just some sort of incompatibility. And still, a lot of people still hop into a relationship or still continue forward or still hold on to like a little thing. And that's me too. But it's like, we gotta stop. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you gotta stop. Like, if he's not into you, he's not into you. Like, somebody who likes you, and I say he, I'm speaking right now generally to heteronormative girls liking men. But this goes for anybody. If you're a boy like a boy, whatever. They's, these, they's, she's, he's, who, what's, everybody. This is for you. Anybody who likes you would want to respond back to you. Anybody who likes you wouldn't go days without responding back to you. And like is a broad statement, right? Because it could easily be that they don't like themselves enough to even date you. And that's most of the time the case, right? But them being too busy with their day-to-day life to respond back to you when they like you and want to pursue you is the clearest message is day. A message that's as clear as day. I feel like I got so turned around. I don't even know what the fuck I just said. But do you know what I mean? I feel like we hold on or like we make excuses. We as in me. We, bitch. I'm the mouse in the pocket too because there's a version of me that'll be like, oh, well, he's just busy or he has a lot going on, this, and that. And there's a certain individual that I've always made that excuse for. I've always been able to justify it for him more than I have for other people. And I'm just like not there anymore. Like it's just truly accepting if somebody wants you in their life, you would know. If somebody wants to be with you, you would know. If somebody likes you, you would know. If somebody wants to pursue something with you, you would know. And so the questioning is just like insane. So like take their answer for what it is. Like don't try to figure it out what it is. I think it's already clear on what their answer or motive is. Do you know what I mean? And again, that's not for you to take it to heart, not for you to like blame yourself or feel like you're not enough. It's just like more of compatibility. Like he's not that into you, she's not that into you, is really just compatibility. Because in reality, you probably don't even like them. So yeah, I just feel like I needed to give like a little proper message to the girls, gays, theys, heys, he's, it's, whatever's. Of the people who want to fuck with you are gonna fuck with you, and the people who don't are not going to. Like, stop forcing people to fuck with you. Did you hear what I said? Stop forcing people to fuck with you. So that's all I got this week. Sorry it was a quick one. I'm sorry if you barely laughed. I don't know. You fucking tell me if I gave you what you needed to hear. There's always next week. Regardless, thank you for riding with me. Thank you for letting me ride this journey with you. It's the one thing that I am riding. Lord knows I'm a rider and I haven't been able to ride. So maybe that's why I'm feeling rusty right now in this moment talking with you. Anyways, I love you so much and we will talk next week.